You decided to shut down your startup. How do you go about it properly? Now, this might be different situation for you depending on where you are in your startup growth stage. If you have investors' money or if you don't have investors' money. For startups that don't have investors' money, it's a very easy thing. But if you have investors' money, there are a few other things you need to consider. Let's talk about a startup that does not have investors' money. A startup that don't have investors' money, the first thing you want to do is to understand where you are, right, in terms of customer satisfaction and in terms of staff. You also would need to properly be in the right state of mind. You might take some time off to be in the right state of mind to accept the decision. And once you've accepted the decision, you need to have empathy in how you go about it. Remember that as a startup founder, since you have visibility and you have built something to a stage, the possibility of you getting a job after your startup is higher, but your staffs may not have that same, or your team members may not have that same opportunities. You need to put them in consideration when you're making this decision. Also, I also believe that as a startup founder, you should have a circle of advisors or a circle of people that root for you, that are informed about what you are building as well. And then you do your best to inform everybody. Inform your immediate team, which could be your co-founder and your leadership team. Inform your staffs and prepare them for the inevitable, what is coming. And then you inform your customers. And then you design a transition for them. So if you have a fintech startup, provide room for customers to take their money out of your platform and even provide support for that. If you are building a logistics platform, complete your deliveries you have, or you find another startup to go ahead and complete your deliveries for you. How do you go about it if you have investors? Talk to your investors. Before you talk to your co-founders first, once you're done talking to your co-founders or your small team, just go straight to your primary investor. There's always going to be a primary investor because they have a more say, they have more to lose. Talk to your primary investor, let them know what you're facing, and talk to them about what are the possibilities you can both explore. Some investors might be interested in more like an acquisition and M&A, or they might be interested in maybe seeing if they can sell assets, whatever, they can recover some of their funds. If you still have investors' money in the bank, please go and give it back to them. I jokingly said to a startup founder that even if you bought a car in the process, go and sell that car. Whatever it is you feel like you can return back to the investor, try your best to return it back to them. Because if you are going to build another startup again, they might still be the same people that will invest in you. They need to see how honest you are. Whatever it is you need to do, talk to your investors, and then do the same thing you do with your staffs and then your customers, and provide appropriate transition. But one thing I would say is that while you talk to your investors, try to see if you can merge with an existing startup. See how you can make it a win-win for everyone that got involved with you. Reach out to see if you can get acquired. See how you can do things properly. That is how to shut down properly, and ensure that along the way you communicate clearly. That is the reason why you need to take time off to come to terms with your decision, so that you can communicate clearly. Communication at this point is the most important thing that you can do while you're shutting down your startup. And in the next video, I will talk about when it's okay to be a zombie startup.